Okay, so I said I wasn't gonna film another video. I've been filming way too much. I really need to focus. I apologize for my toilet, and I apologize in my apology video. You guys saw like the little saliva strand in between my teeth and my retainer. I can't control that, but considering how many views that I already got in a day, it got like 20. I saw it's already at like 44 views. I was just like, but I basically tweeted that before ASD started, and it was before school club, and then it was probably MC rehearsal. So obviously Kevin's not gonna go on Twitter and look at his tag or whatever. But I just can't get this off my chest unless I like talk about it, and I do not have anyone like physically in front of me to talk to about it. I mean, yeah, I text people a lot, let's face it, but I can't really express my feelings through text. I have to talk to someone, because when I was 8, or when I was 6 rather, my dad passed away, and so I completely shut off all my words. I didn't know how to express myself, and so my mom signed us up for counseling just to, you know, try to see if it could help. It didn't. I really don't like talking to people, especially when I'm not comfortable. But in front of a camera, it's in front of people that I'm fairly close to, it's okay. But like in front of like doctors and stuff, I'm not comfortable at all. And writing, obviously, you can't either like when you write or type something, you can't really convey your feelings, or someone can easily misinterpret what you're saying, and so you had to clarify, and then, you know, it'd still be lost in translation or whatever. So the reason why I made that video was because I felt like me just tweeting "I'm sorry" and "I apologize" was not going to cut it. It didn't feel authentic. And like I mentioned multiple times in that video, who takes time to read a 17-year-old's tweets, especially someone who photoshops, like, shoots all that, who only has a following of 200 something followers on Twitter. So why are you tweeting? Sorry. Soon's second solo, Japanese solo, off topic for a second. They just released it on iTunes in Japan, so I'm low-key a bit salty that's not in the States right now, and will it ever will be? I don't know. Thanks. Anyway, so where was I? Oh my god. I hate when I get off topic. But I basically made that video because I wanted to be sincere with my apology. I'm not really good at expressing my feelings. I'm just one who bottles it up until the mood goes away, but then it just like, it puts a strain on me, because I know that it's a part of me that if I don't like express fully what it is, then it's just gonna sit there and bottle up, and that's not gonna be a good thing. Like, you should never bottle up your feelings like that, because one day you're going to explode and it won't be pretty. It's happened to me multiple times, and I regret everything of it. But sometimes people can misinterpret or not understand fully, or just say that you're overreacting. In this case, and most of the times I do overreact, and at the same time I do not know how to let things go, because I take things very personally. That's just kind of how I am. With trying to please everyone, so I take everything to heart. Especially with growing up in an Asian family, you kind of, there's that stigma of always you're not good enough. So you just kind of like, okay, you can overreact however way you want to, and it's still not good enough. So when I was filming that apology video, I did not mean to make it long at all. I was just trying to make sure I hit every single point. And then my sister kept interrupting me. I kept coughing. I'm fine now. I'm like, I get shortness of breath. Is that? I don't know, but the reason why I'm making this video is because I know Jay, why are you tweeting? Okay, sorry, but like a lot of celebrities are tweeting right now, and I'm trying to like, but I know that I don't even know who liked the video that I posted. I can't like look at my likes or whatever. But I basically posted that because I wanted to let people know why I was feeling this way. And you know, when you're young, you can feel like that you're not being understood very well, and that's with the way you conduct yourself. And so for my mom, like I can't talk to her about certain things because she's always so busy, and then she would probably say that I'm overreacting, but a situation happened with my sister, and so she would try to listen to our problems, but with her being a nurse and working like 13 something hours a night, she works night shift ICU nurse, so, and she barely has vacation, so in the time she does have vacation, I let her rest, and I just either, like I said, either balled it up or talk to other people, but a lot of the people I talk to, they're busy, or they can't relate to, or they can't even try to relate to what problems I'm going through, because they just brush it off and then say it's a one-time thing, you're gonna get over it. But something as KCON, whereas it was so close to me, but so far, I was just like, I felt really bitter, and so the time we were going, like, bring it back to when he announced that he was going to be a guest at KCON, it was, like I said, it was right around the time my mom said we were going to LA. Okay, trying to find out the tickets over there were like $5,000. Nope. So we decided on New York because it was just a drive. We don't have to get on a plane or anything, although a plane would have been nicer. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath, but so we're still in New York, whatever. But like that time, my mom's like was adamant about going to California or whatever, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like the time she said she wanted to go was during KCON LA, which was like 7th, I think. So that was the thing. I was like, okay, maybe I could try to go to KCON LA with some friends or whatever. Okay, my friend is texting me. And like I wasn't thinking about it at first, so, and for like the specific dates, like the 23rd to the 24th, my mom was scheduled to work, so yeah. And my friends were all like, we can't drive that far, and I was like, okay, fine, I understand. So seeing those tweets, it like a lot of emotions were going through me. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was happy that people finally got to, you know, experience the dream of meeting your bias, of just going to a convention and being around so many idols. I get that. Because I went to Dragon Con and John Barrowman was there in a dress, and my sister was starstruck. And then apparently she was going to see Kinky Boots, which that's going to be a mess in the car. So, like, I get it. Like, I've been starstruck by having just, like, Wesley Chan for Wong Fu notice me on Twitter and Facebook, because he's always on his Facebook. But the fact that they kept tweeting about it, I mean, like, one or two tweets would have been fine with me. But then after a while, you could tell that they were just bragging, and then the same Kiss Me who DM'd me, she was like, I saw her tweets, and then she's like, some Kiss Me's were like, oh, some Kiss Me were thinking that we were bragging about it, and that was not the intent or whatever. I'm like, but the way you worded it and how I interpreted it, they were basically bragging at that point, because they got to hug Kevin, they got to talk to him, they got to fangirl in front of him, and he's just like, oh. And I was just looking at him like, okay, yeah. And so, referencing to what I said in that video again, like, on it, like, way before he posted his little cue card things on his Instagram story, he was tweeting to people, and I'm pretty sure they were right in, like, 2 feet in front of him. And he was probably looking at the tweets like, oh, I'm here, I'm right here, or whatever, go this way, go that way, whatever. I'm like, boy, they could literally be right in front of you. You know their faces. And so, yeah, me being a bitch, again, which is like, hey, so I tagged in, hey, you have other fans too, can we get love? Because, again, I was still really salty that there was like a squad of girls on Twitter who met up, and they basically get noticed by Kevin all the time, and I'm just like, okay. And then the fact that he came up behind one of them and hugged them, and the girl tweeted about it. I'm like, if you had time to take away from your invited duty as an MC to go jump on someone's back and hug them, and he's a pretty big dude. Like, the dude is like he's like 5'11", so like compared to me being 4'6", he's huge. And so I was just thinking, like, okay, if your tall self has time to jump on someone, you have time to tweet. And I was basically telling him, hey, can you do IG Live whenever you're like, I know he didn't have free time at all because MC whatever, but I was just like you can do an IG Live and still practice your cue cards, because that's what you do on ASD all the time. You should be a pro at this. And I was just like, look. And so, in a little recap, back to the story, yeah, I was in Alabama, signal sucked or whatever, I just wanted to know what was happening, but come to find out that I would just get mad, and so I didn't want, and I'm pretty sure people were probably thinking, oh, if you do these posts, we're gonna be mad, why do you want to see them? I'm just like, because I want to, like, see what's happening, you know, teenager always on my phone, I live off the Wi-Fi, and, like, the house I was in, the signal sucked so bad, and then it was just really bad. I just wanted to know what was going on. I wanted to talk to my friends because I had no service whatsoever. Like internet wasn't even the issue for me. It was the service. Like, I had no service whatsoever, and so I couldn't talk to my friends. My aunt couldn't my aunts couldn't call me. It was just like a mess. And my mom was like, "Okay, we're gonna go home soon." We didn't get signal until after we drove into Atlanta. So I was just like, look. And then that's when everything started like going like this. I didn't get a chance to look at it until we got home, and then I saw the apology DM, and I was like, WTFO, frick. I said much worse, but that was basically just a bit. So me playing damage control, whatever, it wasn't sincere as I wanted it to sound. I mean, I saw like people liking it and then saying, oh no, it's okay, we're glad you apologized or whatever. I'm just like, no, but it doesn't feel right. And like, concerning the fact, like, a couple hours after I got the DM, he liked my comment, and I was just like, oh crap. I'm pretty sure like the girl who DM'd me had like literally has, like, she didn't say that she had connection to Kevin, but she probably does, considering like timing of it. Like, her DM, a couple hours later, I'm sleeping, I wake up, I see that he liked my comment, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I don't know, like those girls on Twitter who, like, his Twitter squad, they, like, I'm sorry, my mom's cousins are like playing League and getting upset, but they pretty much have like, and I posted that comment a few days after he posted it. You know, like the meet and greet at the Prudential Center with the grassy lawn and stuff. I posted that afterwards, and he liked the comment. I was like, what the freak? And so I didn't get a response, whatever, so it was okay, it's fine, whatever, I'll take it, it's something. And people are like, you're so lucky, aren't you gonna apologize to him now because you made him feel really bad? And I was like, that was not intended. Again, me, 200 something followers on Twitter, Kevin, 1 million followers, his notifications probably blowing up like crazy. He's never gonna see my tweets, so it didn't occur to me that he would probably accidentally come across them or see them in his mentions. Okay, sorry, my foot fell asleep. Like, yeah, but that dude is constantly getting notifications on his Twitter, so me guessing, or rather having knowledge of what's gonna happen, I knew for sure he wasn't gonna read my tweets or even acknowledge them at all. So I was just bitch tweeting just you know, get off my chest or whatever and be done with it, because no one reads my tweets, I'm pretty sure. And they did, then they're gonna DM me personally. but I didn't mean to trigger anyone. I didn't tag anyone. I only tagged Kevin just to be like, hey, like, yeah, more fans than that have already showed up to KCON just to see you, because most of them only showed up to KCON for him and not, like, you know, other groups he was trying to promote or, like, you know, MC for. So I was just like, ugh, whatever. I'm just gonna not deal with it, and I'm still doing what I'm doing, trying to get noticed by him, and I'm going forward to getting another reply because iHeartRadio Live, like, me, he basically ignores me. That's just the gist of it. I mean, yeah, he goes through his notifications, whatever, but he has so many. He just probably has skimmed, and like mine would have been in the part he skimmed and not, like, you know, actually read or whatever. So like they already had it pulled up, and so they're just going down the line of tweets or whatever, and I hear Roseanne's name multiple times, like, yeah, she deserves it. Yeah. And the fact that he knows her channel is scary. Like, that, like, I'm pretty sure he stalks his Twitter squad. Like the 4 girls, or however many girls that he was talking to, he basically stalks them. And I don't know about the rest of us, but, you know, I'm trying to move on. I just wanted to get this off my chest once again, because I know when I first initially filmed this video, you guys couldn't understand me, or you were bothered by the fact that I had like a saliva strand like in between my teeth and my retainer, which I so apologize for. I do not know when I'm going back to the ortho to get an adjustment, possibly get fitted for the metal ones, because I'm honestly ready for them. Like, I feel I'm ready for them, but I still have to deal with plastic aligners. That's a different story. But I basically, like, I don't even know what to title this video. I'm just probably gonna title it, am I a Sasaeng fan? I keep saying Sasaeng, I'm sorry. Am I a Sasaeng fan? Because I'm constantly photoshopping myself. I mean, granted, like a lot of people do, it's okay, it's a cute thing, but sometimes I take it to the extreme. And so I stopped for a while just because, like, I used to do FaceTime edits just out of boredom, and I thought they were cute or whatever, and I can make really cute captions. But I stopped, and right now I'm kind of out of ideas. So, like, I recently photoshopped myself with, like I already said this before, I recently photoshopped myself with Kevin. It's 4th of July. I was just like, thanks. Now, how about we make this a real thing? Obviously not thirsty at all, whatever, but I understand I can't get a little bit much now. I just do it because I'm bored, and I personally asked people on Twitter to give me more ideas. And my aunt's like, well, you can try landscapes, right? And I'm just like, well, I think that'll be something I can do on my laptop, but I don't have any editing programs on my laptop except for iMovie. And I tried looking at them, and I was just like, I don't know if the Mac can handle it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so that's why I held off on doing it. And just doing photo edits on my phone because it's easier. I don't really like using the trackpad because trackpad you have to go slow with it, honestly, when you make Photoshop edits. That's why I learned in school, so. But basically, once again, I am very, very sorry to Kevin, to the girls who went to KCON and I saw their tweets. I'm sorry to those who read my tweets, my bitch tweets, and thought to take me seriously, because, I mean, yeah, I get mad, like, we all get mad, but I get mad over the littlest things, and like, it sometimes takes a toll on me, because I hate confrontation. I really hate it. Like, when I got that DM, I was just like my eyes shut open. I was like, oh shit. And so, like, I don't take confrontation, like, well, because then, like, I know I was the initial blame for it, but then I start feeling worse. Like, okay, I got this off my chest now, but then people are gonna come for me about it, which I didn't think people would come for, like, not really come for me, but, you know, try to talk to me about it, because, again, I don't have a large following on Twitter, so no one's gonna read them. Like, I don't even know if half my followers on Twitter are active. Like, I know Wang Leehom followed me like a long time ago, and he doesn't even use Twitter anymore. He uses Instagram and Facebook, so that proved something. Like, and I still have the screenshot. I still have the email. I'm just like, why do you? I'm looking at it like, Wang Leehom, why do you follow me? I'm guessing because I knew like I was following Wang Fu. I love Wang Fu. But anyway, I was just like, yeah. But for me, confidence is just like, I put the blame on myself and not play damage control, but it's because now I made people feel bad, even though that wasn't my intention. Again, the main thing I said in the video, besides my apologies, were that who takes time to take a 17-year-old seriously? Because no one in my vicinity has ever taken me seriously before. Like, no one. The only way you could possibly ever be taken seriously is that if you try to physically hurt yourself, like on purpose, by like, you know, like cutting or saying stuff, whatever. Like, that's how you get noticed where I am. And so my aunt is texting me. Anyway, I was just like, but I felt as if my apologies aren't sincere enough. Again, like, why would you listen to a 17-year-old? Like, I get it that we're like, you know, okay, I get it. 13 Reasons Why just came out, and, you know, everyone's all hyped about the show, and, you know, and and parents are tweeting that we should take our children seriously in case, you know, they aren't, like, feeling like it, you know, if they're gonna do something crazy, in which case I'm too chicken for that. I'm more chicken than Jay. But basically, I just wanted to clarify again that I'm very sorry. Well, first of all, sorry for making another 30-minute video. I'm sorry to Kevin, because I know he probably saw them and felt really bad that he couldn't reply to one person. Granted, you have 1 million followers, but in the time that he was replying to people, he wasn't doing anything productive or anything. He was probably just chilling, waiting for stuff. He probably didn't have his cue cards yet, so he was just scrolling on social media and replying, just replying to people. And I'm like, okay, well, that person, you're gonna see that person like in a short amount of time. So it's really a need to tweet at them. What about the ones who like really wanted to see you but can't because they're international or stuff happened? Like, you know, I felt left out, and I was tweeting my friend who went to get like video or just to tell him, like, since she's there, she's only a 2-hour drive, but she didn't have like service on her phone or whatever, and she can just like, she got a video of him. Oh, I should have saved that video. Oh my god. But it's probably gone now, but unless she saved it. But she doesn't have service on her phone, so she can't send it to me yet. Maybe through like Instagram DM or whatever. But I'm just like, and my mom was like, he's going to come back to America, don't worry. But if he ever comes back to America, it's probably back to a place where I can't go, personally. And so, her just saying that just made me, like, worse. Like, again, that's just my mom. She's supposed to be blunt. She's supposed to be hard on me, but, like, when I first found out that he left the group, I basically cried to her. And you can't cry to a nurse because she's gonna think the worst case scenario. So she called me while I was at work, and she was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And then, so I told her, oh, my favorite member of my favorite band left. And she was like, Sammy, what the heck? You know you can't call me for stupid stuff like that. And I was like, okay, fine. So that happened. I was just like, But again, I'm very, very sorry. And if Kevin, if you're watching this, just watch my first video and then come to this one. Because I just basically gave an overview of what happened, and then this one is just like a clarification of my apologies and I want to say a clearer version of it, because I was just kind of rambling in the first one. So, yeah, but I don't understand how you guys can stand me talking for so long. I'm out of breath, like, it's not good.